Have you ever heard the saying, "It's not the size of the dog in the fight, it's the size of the fight in the dog"? Today, we're sharing a story that embodies that spirit perfectly. It's the incredible, true story of George, a tiny Jack Russell Terrier with the heart of a lion, a hero who made the ultimate sacrifice. Our story takes place in the small town of Manea, New Zealand, back in 2007. It was a seemingly ordinary day. A group of 5 young children, the youngest just 4 years old, were walking home. Suddenly, their joyful chatter was shattered by a terrifying sight. 2 large, aggressive pit bulls charged towards them, their intentions clearly hostile. A sudden panic set in. The children were frozen with fear, cornered and defenseless against the much larger dogs. It was a moment where seconds felt like hours, a moment that could have ended in an unimaginable tragedy. But then, from out of nowhere, a small, determined figure burst onto the scene. His name was George. He was a 9-year-old Jack Russell Terrier with a pre-existing heart condition. Weighing only about 15 pounds, George was dwarfed by the attacking dogs. But what he lacked in size, he more than made up for in courage. Without a moment's hesitation, George placed himself squarely between the children and the oncoming threat. He didn't back down. He didn't run. Instead, he charged forward, barking furiously, a tiny white and brown blur of pure bravery. He lunged at the pit bulls, distracting them, drawing their aggression away from the terrified children and onto himself. Witnesses to the event were stunned. They described how this little dog fought with a ferocity they had never seen, relentlessly defending the kids who were not even his own family. He gave the children the precious seconds they needed to escape to safety, to run away unharmed. But George's heroism came at a terrible cost. In the brutal confrontation, he was severely mauled. The 2 larger dogs inflicted devastating injuries. When the attack was finally over, George was left lying on the ground, clinging to life. He had protected the children, but he couldn't save himself. Despite the best efforts of his owner, Alan Gay, and a veterinarian, George's injuries were just too severe. He sadly passed away, a true hero to the very end. The owner of the pit bulls, understanding the gravity of what had happened and the heroism George had displayed, voluntarily surrendered his dogs to be euthanized. He knew there was no excuse for their aggression and recognized the sacrifice George had made. But the story doesn't end there. News of the incredible bravery of George spread like wildfire, first through the town of Manea, and then across New Zealand, and soon around the world. People were deeply moved by the story of this little dog's selfless act. The community of Manea, filled with gratitude and admiration, decided that George's legacy deserved to be immortalized. They wanted to ensure that his courage would never be forgotten. So, they commissioned a life-size bronze statue of him. In 2009, this beautiful statue was unveiled in the town, a permanent tribute to the little dog who saved 5 children. The plaque reads, "In memory of George, who gave his life on the 29th of April, 2007, protecting children from 2 savage dogs." Even beyond the statue, George's legacy continued to grow. The Royal New Zealand Society for the Prevention of Cruelty to Animals, known as the SPCA, posthumously awarded him a medal for bravery, a very rare honor. It was the first time in 17 years that the award had been given to a dog. Furthermore, a former Royal Marine, impressed by George's valor, felt that he deserved recognition from the military community. He unofficially awarded George the Purple Heart, a U.S. military decoration given to those wounded or killed while serving, and mailed the medal to George's owner, Alan Gay. George's story is more than just a tale of a brave dog. It's a powerful reminder of the incredible bond between humans and animals. It highlights the profound loyalty, protective instincts, and selfless love that our canine companions are capable of. George wasn't a trained guard dog. He was a small family pet with a bad heart. Yet, in the face of imminent danger, his instinct was not to save himself, but to protect the innocent. He saw children in peril, and his love for humanity drove him to perform an act of ultimate heroism. This incident also sparked important conversations about responsible pet ownership. It reminded everyone that a dog's behavior, for better or for worse, is often a reflection of its training, socialization, and environment. George's actions showed the best of what dogs can be, while the attack highlighted the tragic consequences when that responsibility is neglected. Today, George's statue stands as a quiet guardian in Manea town. It's a place where locals and tourists stop to reflect on his story. Children who visit the statue learn about the little dog who became a giant hero. His legacy teaches us about courage, about sacrifice, and about the extraordinary capacity for love that exists in the heart of a dog. George the Jack Russell Terrier proved that heroes come in all shapes and sizes. He may have been small, but his spirit was immeasurable, and his memory continues to inspire us all. Thank you so much for watching and for letting us share this incredible story with you. If you were as moved by George's bravery as we are, please hit that like button and subscribe to our channel for more amazing stories. We'll see you in the next video.